In every market, there are unwritten rules. You don't undercut your neighbor's prices. You don't gossip about a customer's troubles. And you never borrow from Oga Pius. But when you are desperate enough, you forget the rules. This is the story of Mama Chidi. And the day the market women decided that enough was enough. Welcome to the Afro Tales with Kemi, where African stories are told slowly, honestly, and with meaning. So sit back, open your heart, and walk with me through today's tale, told as always the African way. I am Kemi Iwalesi. Mama Chidi sold fabrics in Ogbete Market. Not the expensive ones, just simple Ankara wrappers for everyday people. On a good week, she cleared 15,000 naira profit. On a bad week, 5,000 naira. This week was worse than bad. Her son Chidi had been sent home from secondary school again. 50,000 in school fees, overdue. If she didn't pay by Friday, he'd lose his spot. And Chidi was brilliant. Top of his class, scholarship potential. This boy was going to university. He was going to be somebody. But none of that mattered if she couldn't find 50,000 naira by Friday. She tried everything. Asked her brother. He had his own problems. Tried the bank. No collateral, no loan. Tried the church. They gave her 5,000 naira and prayers. She needed 45,000 naira more. And it was already Wednesday. That's when she thought of Oga Pius. Everyone knew Oga Pius. He sat outside the market every day under the big mango tree. Cold bottle of Coke, expensive watch, friendly smile. It lent you money, any amount, no questions. Pay me back when you can, he'd say. I'm here to help. But the market women whispered warnings. Don't borrow from Oga Pius. His help comes with chains. Once you owe him, you never stop owing him. Mama Chidi had heard the warnings, but she thought, I'm different. I'm responsible. I'll pay him back quickly, just this once. That's what they all thought. Oga Pius smiled when she approached. Mama Chidi, my good customer, how can I help you today? I need 50,000 naira, sir. Just for 2 weeks. My son's school fees. Education. Very important. Of course. He pulled out a crisp bundle of notes. The interest is small. Just 10% per week. Very fair. 10% didn't sound much. 5,000 naira a week. She could manage that. And if you are late, just a small penalty. Nothing to worry about. He slid a paper toward her. Dense text. Fine print. Just sign here, Mama. Simple agreement. Protects us both. She should have read it. She should have asked questions. She should have walked away. But Chidi's future was in that bundle of notes. So she signed. Oga Pius counted out 50,000 naira. 2 weeks, Mama. Then you bring me 55,000 naira. Easy? Yes. She nodded. 55,000. She could do that. She left with the money. She didn't see the trap. Not yet. Two weeks became 3. Business was slow. She managed 20,000 naira. No problem, Mama, Oga Pius said. Pay what you can. The rest carries over. What she didn't understand, the interest didn't stop. It compounded. Week 3, she owed 40,000 naira. Week 4, 48,000 naira. Week 6, 65,000 naira. Every week she paid something. 5,000 naira here, 10,000 naira there. But the debt kept growing, like a living thing feeding on itself. By month 3, she'd paid Oga Pius 80,000 naira, more than she'd borrowed. But according to his ledger, she still owed 120,000 naira. How is this possible? She asked. Penalties, Mama, late fees, processing charges, it's all in the contract. The contract she signed without reading. The contract that she said if she missed a week, the entire debt doubled. She missed 2 weeks. Oga Pius started coming to her stall every morning, standing there, watching, not saying much, just present. Her customers would see him, turn around, leave. Bad energy, they whisper. Her sales dropped, which meant she couldn't pay, which meant the debt grew, which meant he came more often. It was a cycle designed to break her. By month 6, she'd paid him 200,000 naira. She owed 500,000 naira. She sold her jewelry, her TV, her late husband's wedding ring. All of it went to Oga Pius, and still the debt grew. She couldn't sleep, couldn't eat. Chidi asked, Mama, what's wrong? Nothing, my son, just business troubles. But it wasn't nothing, it was everything. Then came the day Oga Pius decided to collect. He didn't come alone. He brought 2 young men, big, silent. It was market day, busy, lots of people. He stood in front of her stall. Mama Chidi! His voice was loud, performative. Everyone turned. You owe me 500,000. Today, you pay or I take your goods. The market went silent. All eyes on her. Please, Oga Pius, I've paid you so much already. Are you calling me a thief? In front of everyone? He gestured to his men. They started loading her fabrics into a van. Her entire stock, everything she had. Please, please, this is all I have. How will I feed my son? He shrugged. You should have thought of that before you borrowed. She fell to her knees, right there in the market, in front of everyone, begging, and Oga Pius smiled. Because this was the point. Public humiliation. Break them completely. Make an example. This is what happens when you don't pay Oga Pius. But something happened. Something Oga Pius didn't expect. The market women were watching. They'd seen this before. Different women, same story. Mama Ngozi, who borrowed for her daughter's wedding, paid 300,000, still owes 400,000. Mama Ifoma, who borrowed for medical bills, lost her shop. Mama Adeze, Mama Blessing, Mama Chiamaka, all of them trapped in Oga Pius's web. And now Mama Chidi, on her knees, Mama Ekene, who sold vegetables 3 stores down, stepped forward. Oga Pius, how much did she borrow from you? He turned, irritated. This is not your business. How much? 50,000 naira 6 months ago. And how much has she paid? That's between me and her. How much has she paid? Silence. Mama Chidi's voice small. Over 200,000. A murmur ran through the crowd. Mama Ekene's voice got louder. She borrowed 50,000 naira. She's paid 200,000. And you said she owes 500,000 naira? Interest, penalties. It's legal. She signed a contract. Legal? Mama Ekene laughed. Cold, hard. You are a thief. And we are done watching you steal from us. One by one, the market women stepped forward. First 5, then 10, then 20. They formed a wall between Oga Pius and Mama Chidi's goods. Mama Ekene spoke again. Put the goods back. Oga Pius laughed. Nervous now. You women think you can threaten me? I have connections. I know people. We know people too, said Mama Ngozi. She pulled out her phone. My brother is a journalist. He would love this story. Another woman. My cousin is a lawyer. He works for free for cases like this. Another. My sister works at EFCC. Economic crimes, that's her specialty. The circle tightened. Oga Pius's men looked at him, uncertain. He'd ruled this market through fear, through isolation. He'd picked them off one by one. But now, they were together. And together, they weren't afraid. Mama Ekene's voice cut through the tension. Here's what's going to happen, Oga Pius. Mama Chidi borrowed 50,000 naira. She's paid 200,000 naira. The debt is cleared, with 150,000 naira in overpayments. You are going to return her goods now, and you are going to leave this market today. Or we make some phone calls, and we see how legal your business really is when the police reviews those contracts. Oga Pius opened his mouth, closed it. He looked at the circle of women. The phone's out, recording. He looked at his men. Put the goods back, he muttered. They did. Every piece of fabric back on her stall. Mama Ekene wasn't done. And the others, Mama Ngozi, Mama Ifoma, all of them, you are going to forgive those debts, or we go to the authorities. You can't try us. Silence. Long, heavy. Then Oga Pius nodded. Once. Fine, the debts are cleared. That night, Mama Chidi went home. She held Chidi close. Mama, what happened today? I heard people talking. I learned something, my son. What? That when we stand alone, they can break us. But when we stand together, we're unbreakable. The market woman didn't just say Mama Chidi that day. They saved themselves. They saved each other. Because they learned what Oga Pius had counted on them never learning. Their power was in their youth. One woman alone, vulnerable. 20 women together, unstoppable. Predatory lending destroys lives. If you are trapped in debt, seek legal help. FIDA, Legal Aid Council. Report to EFCC or local authorities. Find your community. You are not alone. Silence protects abusers. Speaking up protects everyone. The next time you see someone on their knees, broken by a system designed to exploit them, don't look away. Stand with them. Because silence isn't neutral. It is permission. And together, we have the power to say, enough. Your power isn't in standing alone. it is in standing together. Thank you for watching. See you in the next tale.
When the drum speaks, Africa remembers. When stories rise,